They get real happy in Happy Valley for their Penn State Nittany Lions with the whiteout. That's just one fan base that certainly deserves a mention among many loud and proud fans in college football. And welcome back to the finale of the Blitz on ESPN. Rich Hollenberg, Tom Luganville, and we've reserved this final segment of the final show of the Blitz for you, the fans. And we're going to start off with different criteria, because you can't just make one blanket statement about who has the best fans. It's too difficult to do, and your Twitter account would completely go overload. So let's start off with the loudest fans. Who do you think makes the most noise in college football?
I think without question it's the LSU Tigers down there in Baton Rouge and Death Valley. We're not just talking about rowdy, loud fans. We're talking about menacing fans. Fans that are unmerciful to the opposing team. And we're not talking about just within the stadium. We're talking about the approach to the stadium. The opposing team's bus coming into the stadium. This is the most daunting and, I believe, hair-raising place to play in all of college football, particularly when you have a night game.
Now, the Baton Rouge fans are certainly loud, and they're certainly loyal, but you don't give them the nod for the most loyal fans. And this is a difficult one, because loyal can mean a few different things if you're a college football fan.
Well, it can. You've got Notre Dame, you've got Alabama. But for my money, I'm going to go with Nebraska. 311 consecutive home sellouts. The folks in Lincoln, they're paying attention now. And whether you're having a down year, going through maybe the Bill Callahan years, and maybe things haven't been going as well as you like, the fans are still turning out. I mean, the statistics speak for themselves. It's a difficult place to play. They are the only game, not only in town, they're the only game in state. So that gives them a tremendous advantage.
Now, being in Lincoln in that sea of red is one thing. But, Luke, they're traveling more than they ever have because they're joining the Big Ten. And this team and their fans travel as good as any team.
And now we will find out just how well they travel to places that are not Iowa. That are not Illinois. It's really on the other side into the Big Ten, so it's going to be interesting to watch Nebraska.
Now, I don't want to mix sports metaphors, but this next category was a virtual layup for you. In our production meeting this morning, the term came up, best dressed fans, and without missing a beat, Lugs, you said Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, without question. You've got the Grove. If you're describing the men's attire, you've got an awful lot of khakis and some white button-downs and some ties. You got some dresses, some hair, a lot of makeup, a lot going on in the Grove at Ole Miss there in Oxford, Mississippi. Best dress, very, very nicely done in terms of attire in college football down in Oxford.
You get a college clap for the Rebels. And finally, fan participation. Now, this is one that's going to get everybody's hair raised, because we have two winners here. One is old school, one is new school. Let's start with old school in Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas A&M without question. You've got the yell leaders, obviously, and then the core cadets within the stadium. And the way that the stadium is structured, the vertical rise, it's a very imposing place to play, and the fans across the board get so involved as the 12th man that I think it's one of the best spectacles to view. If you can get a glimpse shot as you're watching the stadium rock, I think it's great. How about new school? Let's go up to Camp Randall in Madison, Wisconsin for the Badgers and jump around, which Russell Wilson, as we just talked with, he's going to, finally experience the jump around. I believe Camp Randall is one of the most underrated, difficult places to play in all of college football, and the students love to jump around.
Well, it started in 1998, so that still counts as new school. And that'll do it for us on the finale of the Blitz.